Goodness me. Let's see what Leslie's up to.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Annette. Hi, Bob. We're here with Marissa Vandermery, and we are at Goodness Me in Burlington, and this beautiful location that you guys opened up. You had the tiny little store down sort of East Burlington, and now this is here between Guelph Line and Brant, and this is just awesome, right? And you have this big, huge room that people can come and do your famous educational classes. So
yes, we're very excited about this new location, and we run a large variety of different classes and courses. We run tons of complimentary courses throughout the month, and we run healthy living workshops that are taught by our founder, Janet Jacks, on topics like diabetes, thyroid, adrenals, and stress. We run my favorite, cooking classes and courses.
Oh, I know, they're so great.
I know. And we really teach people how to incorporate the ingredients that we're telling them to eat into their...
like quinoa, for example,
exactly.
or something like that. Okay, you have these ancient grains, and people are like, but how do I cook them? How do I use them? You come to a class, and you've been given a ton of recipes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they taste delicious. And then my other favorite is our Life Watcher course, which is a 10-week healthy living program. We've been running it for over 12 years. And what I love about our Life Watcher program is that we definitely turn some mainstream dieting myths on their heads. A lot of people are conditioned to think that a calorie is just a calorie, and as long as you don't get too many of those, you're not going to gain weight around the middle.
Right.
But we actually teach that a calorie isn't just a calorie, and it really depends on what's in that calorie. So we teach people how to eat the right things and get rid of that weight, as well as getting rid of pain, inflammation.
And that's the thing. So people come, have a new diagnosis with whatever you said is a thyroid condition or type 2 diabetes, and they're not sure what to do with it, and they're fed all this different information, as you said, and they're reading different, bits of information. And this is good because it helps just sort of clarify it and break it down for them and simplify it. And then away they go, and they've got a great facility that they can pick up the right products that can help them. Okay, we're going to come back and we're going to go into the classroom and we're going to talk about some of the great classes throughout the morning and the wonderful things you can have here at Goodness Me.
Hi, Leslie.
Protein is good, isn't it, Bob? You love it. Well, we have good forms of protein for you here this morning, Bob. We're at Goodness Me in Burlington. I'm here with Marissa, and we're in the cooking class area where they do the educational seminars, and we're talking particularly about Life Watchers program today as well, which is a 10-week program, and it's just amazing for anybody, right?
Yes, for any age group, any gender. It's fantastic.
And one of the aspects, again, is teaching people how to choose better sources of protein and carbohydrates and different types of elements. And again, more on the natural side, but just better sources, healthier sources.
Exactly.
Okay, so what? Tell us about the protein side of things.
Okay, so in Life Watchers, we teach kind of 3 key principles when people are eating, and that's healthy forms of protein, healthy fats, and fiber in every meal. So protein's incredibly important because it actually provides our body with the amino acids that we need to create serotonin, which is our happy hormone, and melatonin, which is our sleep hormone.
Right.
The other benefit of protein is that it keeps us steady all day. So it doesn't spike your blood sugar and you don't get those crashes where you're chasing your hunger every couple hours. It just keeps people feeling full longer, and it really helps with weight loss.
And that's the thing that people don't realize, and I hear often that women don't get enough protein. And a lot of times people are either skipping breakfast or they don't put protein in their breakfast. It's easy for people to grab toast or a muffin or something like that, and you're skipping protein completely.
Exactly, which is definitely not a good call.
No.
And breakfast is, I would say, the most important meal of the day, so you don't want to be giving up your protein.
Okay, so let's show some of these. Now, one thing I was noticing, I was saying to you that I'm not fond of hemp, but these are hemp hearts, and you said they actually have a really nice taste to them.
Yeah, they have a really nice nutty taste. I've actually never met anyone who didn't like them, and that's an easy thing to incorporate into your yogurt, even your cereals.
And that's good just to be able to throw them in, and you're, without even really realizing you're adding protein.
Exactly. And then we've got some other great sources as well. We've got some whey protein here, and it's important to get New Zealand whey, which I'll talk about later. So incorporate that into your smoothie every day. Nut butters are another great source. Throw some almond butter on your apple slices. Beans, of course, are another fantastic source, and nuts and seeds. And then also organic meats. The key is organic, of course, because you want to be avoiding all of those antibiotics that they're pumping our cows full of these days, and all those other chemicals. So yeah, that's it.
Very good. So this is good. One component, and again, the Life Watchers program, actually, they have start dates all throughout all of their locations at Goodness Me, and you can come and be part of it and learn so much more. We'll be back with Marissa here at Goodness Me in Burlington. All right, we're here at Goodness Me location in Burlington. I'm with Marissa, and we were talking particularly about their Life Watchers program, but you guys have a variety of classes, and very popular, in fact, right, at all of your locations. But we're now talking about a component that's very important, and people try to think that they have to cut it right out of their diet. Fat. But you have to choose the right one.
Exactly. So at Life Watchers, we actually tell people to start eating more fat. And now usually when we tell people that, red flags go up and they're asking us, like, you know, I want to lose weight. How am I going to do that when I'm eating all of this fat?
Right.
But what they actually don't know is that when you're feeding your body the fat that it needs, you know, your body needs your omega-3, 6s, and 9s, that your body will stop producing fat and it'll start burning the fat that you're giving.
Go figure.
Exactly. The other important thing about fat is that it gives our bodies the fat-soluble vitamins, so A, D, E, and K, which are incredibly important for preventing disease, such as cancer and heart disease, amongst a list of others. So you really don't want to be cutting that out.
Right. Now we've heard obviously about avocados and again, some love or hate them, but they're actually very, very tasty. They're very good. And there's a lot of ways to eat them, but very good source of fat.
Exactly. And we've got a couple of good sources of fat here. We've got the coconut oil, which is one of my favorites. And then we've also got this Nutri-C fish oil, which, as you mentioned, does not taste like fish. So anybody really can take it. And that's a fantastic source of omega-3, which will help you with reducing your inflammation and other pains.
And really good for children and adults. Like
Exactly.
Everybody should take it.
Everybody should take a fish oil. If you're going to choose one supplement, I always say fish oil.
Right.
And then again, nuts and seeds are a great source of fat. And we actually also promote eating butter.
I know, I
is
saw that.
shocking
That's
to
like
people.
bonus alert.
So we always say, you know, eat those real whole foods rather than eating margarine, which is basically a man-made food.
That's what I say to my parents. I mean, butter tastes so much better, and it's been around
so much
for
healthier.
ever and a day,
Exactly.
and it's better for you. And of course, flax oil, and the actual grain itself. So I mean, there's the seed. So really, a lot of options. And again, this is all part of the Life Watchers program. You can find out more information, of course, at goodnessme.ca. And we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll talk next about fiber, yummy fiber. And we are in the kitchen area and the classroom area of Goodness Me in Burlington. We're back with Marissa. And we've moved now on to fiber. And people are afraid of fiber. They think maybe fiber doesn't taste good, but it can taste good.
It can taste delicious.
And there are different ways of getting it.
Yes, and what a lot of people don't know, most people know they need fiber, but a lot of people don't realize that there are actually two forms of fiber. There are slow-releasing sources of fiber and then fast-releasing sources of fiber.
Okay.
So what we encourage people to do is eat more of the slow-releasing fibers because they're going to keep you steady longer. You're not going to have that blood sugar spike and crash as it kind of shoots through your body.
Okay.
So we really encourage people to eat real whole grains. Now that's not like whole wheat. These are real whole grains. So we've got a couple examples here. We've got quinoa, amaranth, and then kamut flour right there. Those are fantastic sources.
Okay.
But what I always tell people is the best source of fiber are your veggies. So eat lots of them.
And sometimes people don't associate fiber being in their vegetables,
Exactly.
right? Now this is the winner of all vegetables.
Kale.
Pretty much on every front, right?
We love kale. It's so full of good vitamins. It's actually got a lot of iron in it as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and what's great about it is if you know, people are using it in juicing and that, so you can get it in different ways, but you can also put it in soups and stews.
Oh yeah, throw it in your smoothie. You won't even, it'll blend right in there.
Blends right in.
So I always tell people color your plate. Use all the different colored vegetables, and your plate should be basically 3/4 vegetable and then 1/4 of the grains and meat.
Right.
Another great source is Greens Plus. Now Greens Plus, one little scoop of that contains the equivalent to 6 organic salads.
Now, isn't that amazing?
So if people don't really love eating their greens, keep trying.
Do it that way, or a
incorporate
wheatgrass shot too, right?
Exactly.
And a wheatgrass shot's quick and easy, and boom, gone, done. It's good. So chia.
Yeah, you've mentioned chia already. It's another great source.
Yeah. Okay. So lots of good options, and again, it's the slow-releasing fiber that we want. What's an example of a quick release fiber?
Toast, whole wheat items.
Okay.
All those white grains.
Yeah.
White rice, that kind of thing.
Excellent on those. Go for these.
Great food ideas from Goodness Me today.
Hey, Leslie.
Yes. Hi, Annette. Thanks, Bob, as well. We're back with Marissa, and we're at the Burlington location of Goodness Me. This great spot here. It's the old Honda dealership here, right where we are on Fairview, just west of Guelph Line. And you have a lot of classes and seminars, and that's what people love. And you can learn something like this really healthy smoothie with kind of all of the key components that we need to start off our day.
Yes. So I've been talking a lot about getting, your fiber, your protein, and your healthy fats. And breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It really sets the tone for how you're going to eat the rest of the day. So I'm going to show you a really quick, easy way to incorporate all three components.
Okay.
And it's, like I mentioned, very, very quick. So we're going to start off by adding our protein.
Okay.
So you're going to put in 1 scoop of New Zealand organic whey.
Now you're mentioning why this New Zealand, why did you like this particular
one? So
New
Zealand whey is best because of their climate. They're able to grass feed their cattle the entire year round, whereas other areas in the world, it's too cold to do that.
Okay.
So they have just way more nutrients in this.
Yeah, healthy
it's
cows
just a lot
make
healthier.
healthy
whey. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We're going to put in a tablespoon of our fish oil here. And like you mentioned, this is not going to make your smoothie taste really fishy. It's just going to...
Yeah, this one's called Nutri-C, if you're wondering. It's a really great fish oil. It has all different flavors, apple and mango and different.
There's tons of different flavors. We're going to put in about half a cup of berries.
Okay.
Now the key is not putting in too much fruit because of the sugar content.
Right.
But we need some fiber, so we're going to dump those in.
Okay.
And you want to make sure they're like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, just because they're the highest in fiber and they've got tons of antioxidants. We're going to put in 1 cup of liquid. Now I'm using the coconut milk just because that's what I prefer. You can use soy milk, almond milk, hemp milk if you wanted.
Lots of different options when it comes to milks, depending on your particular dietary needs.
Exactly.
But coconut milk, nice option. I haven't tried that one.
And then we're going to throw in half a banana.
Okay.
Now this is optional, so if you don't like bananas, just leave that out. And then this is a little addition that I love. I've mentioned the Greens Plus before.
Yes.
So 1 little scoop of this contains the equivalent to 6 organic salads. So we're going to throw in 1 scoop of that.
Perfect.
And you aren't going to really taste it, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, and once you blend that all together, and again, if you use frozen bananas or frozen fruit, it makes it even that much more icier and more like a shake, so it's actually really, really good. And this is easy to do in the morning.
Yeah, so we're just going to turn it on.
Okay, fire up. All right.
That's how quick and simple it is.
And we'll let you pour it as we head off to break. And again, a really great way to start your morning. This is a really healthy smoothie, and it's got all those key components. Again, we're talking about the Life Watchers program here. We'll tell you more when we return. And cheers to all of you. Make sure you're having one of these or something like this before you head to work this morning. We'll be back with more Morning Live. Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Live. We're at Goodness Me in Burlington. I'm back with Marissa, and we have been talking about all the different classes. Again, great seminars and cooking courses as well that you can take at Goodness Me. So we should tell people, we'll talk about the locations and how people can register.
Okay, so we run all of our classes across all 5 of our locations. We have a location in Burlington, which is right here, 2 in Hamilton, 1 in Brantford, which is brand new, and 1 in Waterdown. So we run our Life Watcher program at all of those locations, and you can visit goodnessme.ca to register. Just click on our classes and courses calendar, and you can sign up right there.
And there are a lot of courses.
There are lots.
All, like right across the gamut, from everything you can imagine. We were just talking about, from and it's a lot of it's seasonal and fun, right? So, from soups or vegan style cooking, again, eating protein without meat, when people are trying to maybe take some of the meat out of their diet, whatever it may be,
Anything you can imagine, really.
Yeah, so it's really easy to register, and courses are starting all the time. So this, again, the Life Watchers is the program that we've been really featuring this morning because it's a 10-week program, and it's really good for anybody to come in, and you learn a lot of information in that short period of time.
You do. It's simple, though. We make it really easy for you, but you'll leave the course with so much more knowledge on nutrition.
Yeah, and it's about just living and gradually just changing little bits here and there in your life will eventually change your lifestyle, and that's what you guys are all about,
exactly.
Right?
Simple steps.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. And again, this is again the renovated and awesome location they have here in Burlington, but you can go to any of the locations and take yourself just a little bit healthier.